where to from here? We use the same spell twice. No. More guardian statues. Be that the sentinels there are upholding the defenses. We could also go and destroy the wand or staff of elements. I'm sort of inclined to do that. Where the hell do you come from? Ice and air and earth elementals fighting each other.
Taste of the gathering storm.
No, he's already frozen. Well, he's double frozen now.
The time of your death is at hand!
What weapon are you using? Ah yeah, she's using rapiers now, so it looks like... Yeah, it looks exactly like Medora's weapon, so I got confused for a moment. Like, there's no way I can reach him.
Meet your demise!
Like, this is a little bit troublesome. If I go there, I'll be stunned, no doubt. I'm just trying to get a decoy in case Scarlet's gonna get into trouble. Yeah, looks like he can do minor crap, so nothing too serious. Air shield, I suppose, would be useful. hard to get closer.
May your sight become as dark as your heart.
Right, we have a metric ton of elemental essences now.
These boots were made for drifting. I was really hoping to find something better.
With your bitching.
Kiss of the serpent. Inside of Maxos.
There were multiple other items like these that sort of appear like they're typical but aren't. I think there's at least a smith forge and a distillery. The distillery might be a way to upgrade potions beyond just combining two of similar value. I suppose we could try to combine, basically add a small potion to a medium potion, see if we can get a large potion going, that sort of thing. Or try to distill existing potions. Or combine them. Yeah. No, you can only add a single ingredient to these. So it would be distilling the existing.
Sister, we are free! And who is this? Can it be that a frail mortal human faced and bested our own scheming Boreas?
Good shield. Endurance bonuses, that's a massive amount of hit points, air resistance, and movement bonuses when AC are negative. Resistances and earth absorption shield. Reflect melee damage.
But this is no mortal, I see. Strange you'd take the guise of a source hunter. But I shall of course honor your chosen form. Indeed, I suppose I should have expected that one of your kind would snare our brother sooner or later. Boreas always did dance uncomfortably close to the dark arts. But I suppose the others of we elemental monarchs thought it better not to interfere in the affairs of his realm. No, like fools, we waited for his pride, his hunger for more and ever more power, to pull us from our own seats of safety and into his sordid storm. We, and with us all the subjects of the realm of Fairy, do owe you our lives, Source Hunter. If, no, not if, but when, we might be of assistance to you in this dimension, you must call upon me personally.
Then who are you?
I am King Sewer of the Summit Kingdom of Calvia, brother, alongside the other elemental monarchs, to the unfortunate and insane Boreas. In earlier days, we ruled the four realms of Fairy in relative peace, each of us the master of our own kingdom. But something changed in Boreas. He grew darker somehow, more than was typical of his usual melancholy. We worried, yes, but chose not to intervene. Boreas was the Lord of Hyperheim, and it was his right to rule it as he pleased. When our brother called the elemental seats to convene in Hyperheim, we were ecstatic. Boreas seemed again interested in the joint rule of Fairy, in upholding the long-established diplomacy of our lands. When we arrived, however, it was not Boreas who greeted us, but a dark figure. A woman with a stare like blackest fire. In her staff she held a demonic power, the likes of which I've never felt. And as we were sucked into its depths, we thought we'd never see the light of Fairy again.
You say it was the woman who trapped you. What do you know about her?
I listened closely when I could to Boreas' doings. From what I could tell, it seems this woman had little contact with our deranged brother after the initial exchange of the staff. From what I could tell, the arrangement was thus. She gave him us, contained, and in return he gave her access to his great star stone, and scores of imps he'd invited to Hyperheim. After that, the two parted, and I heard little more of the woman. In his fits of madness, Boreas would sometimes bellow abuse about the demon woman. I can only assume he meant the same who trapped us.
Or a proper demon woman? I suppose I don't actually know who the woman really is. Just appears as a woman here. I'm looking for the White Witch. Do you know where she might be?
A White Witch? Yes. From within our stifling prison, I did indeed hear mention of that name. It seems Boreas was tasked by a power he seemed nearly to fear. To guard the witch at all costs. If she were an important charge, he would have most certainly kept her in his innermost prison chambers.
How do I get into the prison? I already have a way, but I might as well ask for another.
Boreas penitentiaries are impregnable. Hyperheim serves as Fairy's prison realm for a reason. Our brother was the most exquisitely gifted jailer in the land. With his ability to bring charges in and out of his prison at will, he never needed to build a single door leading in or out. As I recall, however, some years ago there was a shocking incident in which an earth elemental broke 3 of his convicted brethren free of our brother's inner chambers. He never shared his method, and Boreas was never able to discover how the humiliation happened.
It's a good thing you arrived when you did, Source Hunter. Another moment or so and the devastating cyclone within me would have burst.
Do we have crafting bracers already? Yes. Plus 21% fire resistance ring. That sounds very interesting. No doubt we'll have to face the Sorcerer King at some point, so first thing that blasted thing loaded on us was the fire attack, just shower or whatever. So I'm gonna need high fire resistances pretty much all around. 21% is quite nice. Even 3 to 4 of these items plus a potion and we're immune to fire. And rings are easy to carry around, don't weigh anything. 2,300, 2,100, 400. We can easily afford this, but let's see if we can dump some crap on him in exchange. We have way too many armors. Fireman's robe. Yeah, we could repair this, but I don't think I want to bother. Okay, we could check one thing. What if I... No, I can't buy the repair here. Ah, whatever. It's worthless armor to me. Lockpicking and crafting gloves. Reflect melee damage. Yeah, the problem with this one is that it requires strength. I don't have enough strength to use it. It could be good for someone, I don't care who though. Intelligence, poison. Whatever, I'll pay the rest in cash.
Imagine if you'd made it all the way here, only to find we three free, and Boreas trundling in an eternal whirlwind. It reminds me of my days training in the Air Academy. It was lonely at the top of the class, but I refused then, as I do now, to downplay my tremendous abilities. Yes, I do believe it all started when we were all of us Rugrats, fresh emerged from the eternal season.
Tell me about yourself.
Oh, yes, of course. Why, I am Queen Sinister, ruler of the spring realm of Vanivia. Ah, Vanivia, fairest of fairy, the seat of gentle zephyrs and sprouted seedlings.
I'm assuming I don't get the chance to visit the other kingdoms.
And I, its eternal queen, do rule with such a fair and gentle hand that my will spreads, impossible to distinguish from that of spring itself. I suppose some small thanks are in order, yes. Yes, I suppose I do thank you for your interference in this affair. I am released and ready to return to Vanivia a moment or two sooner than I would have been by my own hand, and every tick of the clock counts, I do suppose.
A little legroom out front, a little wiggle room in the back. Wonderful to greet the wide open world again. Can you imagine a worse fate than being locked up with your blazing hawk head of a brother and wailing windbag of a sister for the rest of time?
Retribution, tough leather bracers of archers. Plus 1 dexterity, reflect melee damage as piercing damage. This could be used by everyone. Magic reflection thing, I wonder if it stacks and how it stacks. A shield using a guy who has massive armor class could stack resistances and reflection. basically use as bait for the others to engage, while having someone in the back keep them in the fight. Okay, the bracers could be somewhat useful, but only if you're really into the election thing, and I don't think I am.
I thank you from my bedrock for sparing me such a fate.
Who are you?
Well, are these chiseled good looks not legendary by now? I'm King Lurian of the Art of Realms of Lapatera, and I suppose you made the acquaintance of Master Molten and Lady Cyclone by now. Our wee motley crew sprang from the same source as a question for the eternal season, but I do suppose we made a fairly good run of it anyway. Poor old Boreas. He always did get the short end of the stick with his winter wasteland, while the rest of us enjoyed the plenty of the fairer seasons. Nevertheless, I never thought you'd grown mad enough to resort to such devilry. Well, we elemental monarchs owe you a great debt, Source Hunter. If you ever journey to the Autumn Kingdom, you'll stay as my personal guest. Your goblet will overflow with harvest mead, and the Queen will faint when she hears how you overcame the Winter King.
Thanks a bunch, I guess. So, we've got a little bit of experience out of it, but I think the true value of this act will be highlighted sometime later. Possibly. Castle entrance. So we'll have to go into the prison the old-fashioned way. Sneak through all the traps and so forth.
I needed that.
I don't see any particular problem with that, but I was sort of hoping we could just take a little bit of a... that has to be the treasure room then. Yeah. Use the... get through the... oh, god damn it. All these are up. I don't want to go into the fire.
I'm drenched!
Is it actually gone, or do I just not see it? Force field. It is. Right, so no quick pass to the prison. Ooh, son of a bitch. Froze our ass immediately. You have a shield against that, though.
Cursed frost.
I'm freezing here!
Careful! I've spotted a trap.
Yeah, and what sort of a trap is it?
I'm crawling like a rat here!
the countdown. How the hell do you attack this one? You don't. Where's the trap you spotted? Could be a trigger plate. Point being, we should be somewhat careful what we move around here. I don't see we have a huge amount of options. Remove something. Yeah.
My blood turns to ice within my veins.
No. Right. This is gonna be tricky. They're a cracked sentinel. Ah, one of these portals. Interesting. You should have easy access to the rift around. Although I don't see what the point directly is, because we can already teleport between these places. There has to be some other
Fire it up!
Those traps are properly disabled, so you don't have to worry about them. What's the benefit of coming here? What is here? Chest. Indestructible sentinel. Looks like us.
Intruder spied.
Galvanized. But you might be able to bypass this. Right, he's moving around. Proper use for stealth. You would have to have some skill in it though. The stealth skill reduces the detection arc of a target, so if we have no skill we can still sneak, but he's gonna spot us immediately. And more importantly, I don't see how we could possibly get through this. Unless if it detects us, does it remove the lava from here?
Intruders by. Intruders by.
Well, I can easily bypass to this place, whether or not he spots me. But then what? Yeah, I need to get the imps note. Without a doubt, that's the key to solving this. Path block.
Treasure!
I don't know why Master Boreas has banished me here. The king has grown quite mad. One moment I was merely polishing the statues of his throne room, and the next I was plucked unceremoniously in this unfortunate spot. If I move from here, the sentinel to my left will kill me. If I stay, I will surely die of thirst. I suppose this vial of poison will be my last and final friend. Empty potion bottle. Is that truly your only option? Not enough space. I think to gain access to the chest, I do actually need to move around here unnoticed. There's nothing here. It's noticeable though that the lava doesn't seem to care one bit about there it is. Though it does care. But that's for some reason didn't burst in flames. Also, I'm not quite sure. Okay, he's permanent. Does that really mean that I can't do shit? Yeah, that's what I. What about the door? Looks like it's basically unpassable from here. Doubt I can throw anything through there either, so how exactly are you supposed to open that? I'm assuming the ornate chest might have a clue. What is my plan of getting out of here? Perfect. I throw it here. It's on top of the chest, so we'll see how this works.
Fortune!
Lockpicks. Decent air wand, nothing special. Fire resistance, Sneaking boots. Yeah, I don't really see how this really aids us. Is it galvanized constantly? I would assume so.
Ooh.
Oh, it's glowing green now. Is there a... I don't see what me sticking my nose there would accomplish, unless moving the chest somehow allows me to do something. I might need something outside this place to get access to things. But you would think this is a self-contained puzzle of sorts.
I'm drenched.
Yeah, this we need to get the lava off. There's no way around that. We don't, even if we could throw something in, there's no room at all there. I suppose immunity to fire maybe, but I'm not sure even that would help. I will be returning to this place. There's something to be achieved by sneaking here. If there would be a switch or something, I could understand. And we would basically have to place a container on top of it. The problem would be that if we get spotted, the fire automatically destroys the container and it was all work for nothing. But I didn't notice anything. I didn't get any kind of notification that I noticed something, so I think we'll have to leave it for now. We're not done with this. Is it dead end? Not at all. I have a feeling I've been here before. But on the other side. Yeah, Abraham Cave.
glimpse anything unusual?
Suspicious path. Uh, I don't see we can go anywhere particularly interesting here anymore. We need to either solve how to lower the magma levels or figure out something else. There's something here too. There could be a lot of teleportation systems. Okay, what I need to do is go to castle entrance and prison hatch.
But for now, all we can do is wait and kill every elemental that comes close.
Haven't talked to those people. They're not overtly hostile though.
Hey, who are you? What are you doing here? You must be mad to venture out in this storm, unless you have a very good reason indeed.
Yeah, we charge.
I think you're jesting, but it's nice to meet someone with a sense of humour. Come, you're welcome to enter our little encampment.
How are you lot doing for supplies? I'm willing to buy if you're willing to trade.
Do I look like a shopkeeper? No, I won't trade.
Sure you will.
Maybe you're right. Fine, we'll trade. Talk to my friend over there. She handles the logistics.
Yeah, charming place this, wouldn't you agree?
I wouldn't, in fact. Hyberheim it is called, or at least that is the name given to it by its ruler, King Boreas. I tell you, I've seen enough snow to last me a lifetime. My hands are numb, my feet are numb, my lips are blue, and I'll spare you further details about the rest of my anatomy. Were that a stronger sun could break Boreas' wintry spell.
So, what exactly are you doing here then?
We Immaculates were sent to this realm to slaughter a host of imps. I'll be devilled if I know why, but those were our orders. Some of the little scamps managed to escape though, so we're hunting them down despite the storm. The wind is a killer though. Moving away from the fire likely means death. Perhaps we should just wait out the storm and collect the frozen imp corpses afterwards.
Looks like a plan. Horrible
What if
plan.
they're not coming back for us? What if the conduit doesn't care?
Don't be daft. She wouldn't leave behind an Immaculate.
All we do is sacrifice. What if we're sacrificed too?
Okay, we've gotten
Curse
very
this
lucky with the
constant
charming
snow.
him, so
There
we'll
must be
see
some
how,
kind of way out of here.
If there
how
is,
that'll
I'll write
last.
The elements in chaos, this blizzard knocking everyone sideways. It's the Winter King, I tell you.
No shit.
So, you're free to trade with us, Chief. Have a gander at my wares, why don't you?
Avatar Fire, immune to burn. And good selection of potions.
Curse this constant snow. There must be some kind of way out of here.
If there is, I'm right behind you.
But for now, all we can do is wait and kill every elemental that comes close.
Minor resist all. I'll take that. I'll take fire resistance too. I mean, I might be able to just cook these up on my own, but who the hell knows.
What if they're not coming back for us? What if the conduit doesn't care?
Don't be daft. She wouldn't leave behind an Immaculate.
Yeah,
All we do
surely
is
she-
sacrifice. What if we're sacrificed too?
The difference in price is so low that I think I'll just dump some basic equipment on them.
Curse this constant snow! There must be some kind of way out of here!
If there is, I'm right behind you.
But for now, all we can do is wait and kill every elemental that comes close.
Yeah. Thank you very much. So who are you?
I'm an immaculate, ain't I, Chief? Can't you tell? Got the blessing of the goddess written all over me, I have. Right good girl here, the goddess. Been chasing and cutting imps all day, I have. Barrel of laughs doing good by the goddess. No more mining in Silver Glen for me.
Seems like you fellows are in a
Sacrifice
bit
too.
of a pickle.
Not that I mind, Chief. I like pickles. Me. Don't mind getting stuck in a jam either. Yeah, we're up Snow Creek without a pedal, all right. But even here, I seem to find me some customers. That's enough for me.
We could
There must
murder
be some
them, I
kind of way
suppose.
out of here!
If there is, I'm right behind you.
But for now, all we can do is wait and kill every elemental that comes close.
An engineer. Body creature.
The best part about impish engineering is free. I tell you, if the Winter King had to pay those little buggers, he'd be out $1 million gold by now. More, now that they've all been bled dry.
What if the conduit doesn't care?
Don't be daft. She wouldn't leave behind an immaculate.
Could smelt
All
the
we
ice.
do is
There's
sacrifice.
no telling what
What if
that
we're
will do.
sacrificed too?
It's so cold here.
No.
My blood turns to ice within my veins.
What's this? I found something.
Yeah, this is the hatch.
Thank the gods for our trusty shovel. The hatch.
May it lead us to the prison like we were told.
What's that? I think there are hidden foes ahead.
Yeah. I think you're right. Skeletons are nothing to be seen. How do you spot hidden foes though? I mean, does the guy just tell you that they're hidden foes like this and that's the end of it? Or some stealthy opponents could be seen. Not like normally, but they had or something to indicate their location. I think we're just gonna have to trigger this trap. And we'll get basically what? A couple of chests out of it. Fair enough. Billion wolves. Snow shaman. Where the hell did they come from? And unfrozen. Scarlet is basically alone. She's on the front line with the wolves and totally incapable of doing anything. And all the wolves act accordingly. So yeah, by the time I get to do something, Scarlet's probably dead. We might get lucky and they'll block each other. And just burn them to death after that. A couple of white wolves on top of each other, so they don't seem to be able to do much. Still, they only do a decent amount of damage to Scarlet, but everyone else is just fine, so they're not in a good position either. I can easily block their access to us. So they'll have to go through some kind of a firewall or something in order to reach us. And then there's this, which is gonna hurt, but not me.
The time of your death is at hand.
I think we're good if we just start with this. Probably won't hit where I aim, but we'll see. Good enough. Most of the wolves, if not all of them, and it's a terrible position for them to try to charge us at this point. Extra hit points, heal on Scarlet. And yeah, it costs 5. It's a little bit too much. And you shot at the tree. Great. You're burning, which isn't actually that bad. Problem is what to do with the wall.
Bedeviled and blighted foe.
Wolf will do half damage. Scarlet is frozen, so it won't be doing shit. I might be able to warn him up.
Quickly now.
And also prevent heals. Sure, it could be a waste of points. I think we're better off burning someone. Well, it's better for them if they don't move, but that gives me time to deal with the ones who are attacking now, so it's not good for them either. Their shaman is the only thing that can screw things up for me at this point, I think. Yeah, I was sort of waiting for that heal. I was at the same time hoping for it, because it means the shaman won't be able to do shit. And the lesser wolves don't have enough hit points to tank this type of damage that I can do, so I'm not too worried about that.
Taste my blades!
I'll teleport the alpha wolf next to us a little bit further away, and I think I'll fireball their nuts again. So make sure everyone's burning nicely, and if they want to charge us, they'll have to charge through fire, which will be death for the white wolves. Alphas will survive, but also I need to mute the caster they have. Oh, forget about you. I silenced the alpha wolf there. Okay, it fires a muting projectile. I need the distraction then.
Demonic minion!
You are not gonna be healed, that's for certain. Best thing about this is not that it'll survive long, is that it'll empty out the action point reserves that they've been storing up. And probably. Feel like they're getting a little bit too lucky with the frozen thing, but they have a decent chance of it. It's not unexpected that it actually works. Okay, am I? This wolf is starting to become a problem. It's hard to see. Move a little bit closer, so you will be the one tanking damage.
I'm freezing here.
Yeah, I know you're breathing. It's okay for you to be not in any real damage, any real threat here. There's swap. You can also swap things with corpses, apparently. No, it's an invalid target. That's somewhat interesting. No. We're in a massive pool of blood. If I stick some electricity in there, it's gonna be catastrophe for us.
If you play with fire, you get burned.
Right, someone will die now, which is fine. All of their action point pools are empty, so they're sort of not really troubled for me.
Unending darkness.
Don't think there's all that much I can do. And I debuff my own guy.
I trade my gauntlets for a hot drink.
In the end, it doesn't matter, but what an incredibly stupid thing to do.
How could that happen?
Where the hell is your weapon? My strength has been reduced by the weakened status, so I can't use my weapon. Okay, that's actually useful information. I think that's happened before and I didn't understand why then. Now I do.
Your courage burns to ash beneath this pure blaze.
I nuke the sucker. Please mute it.
Your words hold no threat for us now.
Okay, that should make things easy for us. I'm sure his staff is nice, but it's not gonna... That's not what he's relying on.
Bones.
So we can... Yeah.
Stay for combat.
Yeah, that could have gone better.
Wolves left in this land at this rate.
Ah. But that's a unexpected problem to face. You have to be a little bit more careful with that. And that might justify having a strength potion with us. I mean, you wouldn't have to really even prepare to use it, but in a desperate situation, let's say a fight that has already gone for some time and you don't particularly want to constantly keep restarting because of some kind of a failed dice roll. A potion like that could save us in a desperate situation. There's quite a few chests here. Tornado. Crap wand. Yeah, this is pretty bad. You can knock down though. And pretty unimpressive boots. I expect some kind of a hidden bomb to be here. Why otherwise bother blocking the path? Oh, there's a chest.
Spirits of eternal flame to my aid!
3 chests. Mythical Sarong. Decent air wand. +2 intelligence, +38 hit points. That's quite nice. What about your mythical Sarong? Terra Sturdy Sarong water resistance. Water resistance, earth resistance, air resistance, +25. Good one. Except fire resistance, probably the most useful one so far. Also, it's very rare to have to face multiple resistances at the same time, though it's much better to have a single strong one than just something spread all over. Still, this is probably more useful than what some people have. Fire and earth. Fire, 30 hit points. Initiative and 18 points. Yeah, I don't actually know. Coal would naturally, or water would be best here, but it's not that big of a deal. The only thing I would like to resist is getting my ass frozen. The rest is just not that important. Another tornado. Mythical rapier. Intelligence, water resistance, movement. That's actually quite nice. Less hit points. But these guys usually don't require too many points anyway.
What if they're not coming back for us? What if the conduit doesn't care?
Don't be daft. She wouldn't leave behind an immaculate.
All we do is sacrifice.
Plus 0.6 movement, 20% chance to set burning status. Yeah, this is nice. Definitely replacing one of our weapons with this. It's not amazing though, but especially the movement is what makes it. The rogue seems to... It needs to be able to basically go back and forth very quickly among these things and use it. Critical chance, 12%. +3 from compassionate. What the fuck? Why is that related to critical chance? Yeah, that makes no sense to me. Anyway, I think I'll leave things here. No doubt it's a trap-filled hellhole with explosive mines and so forth, so yeah, it's not gonna be easy. And even at the end of it, there's the prison, White Witch, probably some fighting after this, so yeah, looks like we still have quite a bit to do here. Also figure out how the hell to shut down the fire here. If there's nothing that pops up from the other places, it has to do with sneaking past the Guardian somehow. I still don't see how that would make much of a difference. Because you need a key or a switch or something to open the door.